Hey, and welcome to Retro Master Beater. We are going to be tackling Super Mario Brothers. Yep, the original for NES. The one that started all the craze. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome game. Everybody knows this one, but I thought I'd run through it really quick, play through all the levels. There are so many cool ways to play this game. You can go for the fastest time, you can go for the highest score, you can go for the lowest score. I've seen it all, it's really cool, but I'm just going to run through every level because I think it's worth seeing all the different worlds that they created. And really, there's not much more to be said on this that hasn't been said already, so let's just start, shall we? World 1-1. Nothing special here, it just pretty much introduces you to the Mushroom Kingdom. Hey, everybody has seen this world like hundreds of times. Just a few Goombas, nothing else to deal with. You have one one-up mushroom and pipe to warp through the level. World 1-2. Hey, here's our first underground world. And the music changes and everybody knows this is cool underground world music. This also contains the infamous Warp Zone, but we're not going to be going to the Warp Zone this time. We're going to play through the entire game. Of course, now we have some of the turtles, Koopas, and no, you can't hold on to these guys like you. If you've been playing Super Mario Brothers 3, it's kind of weird. You want to pick them up and run around with them and throw them because that's what you get used to over there, but not this time. It's a good introduction of the concepts here, like the girders and fireball plants in the pipes, a warp zone, the different things that are going on. Yeah, this level's packed. Lots of cool stuff here. On to World 1-3, the Tree World. This is a great platforming level with nice, gradually increasing difficulty. But now it's easier to fall off the platforms. It makes it a little bit trickier for timing your jumps, definitely, over the first two levels. Alright, well, World 1-4 is the first castle level. Welcome to the castle stages. Here we're introduced to fireballs, the whole castle experience, and of course the boss, Mr. Bowser himself. Well, each boss is supposedly Bowser, but he's in disguise until you get to the final world. What's cool is you can only find out what actually is the disguised animal if you fireball them. So my goal here is to get to the castle level on each board and fireball for the win so we can see what creature's hiding. So there you go, you see 1-4, it was a Goomba hiding out as a Bowser. And you don't save the real princess yet, of course not. The game would be over way too soon. Alright, World 2-1. We have another above ground normal world this time, just a few more different trees for scenery. The big new thing in this level is the beanstalk. Don't miss it, lots of coins when you go up there. World 2-2 is our first water world. Here's our introduction to underwater levels, and I remember this being such a mind-blowing thing the first time I arrived here. You go like, wow, another entire kind of way to play. It's just awesome. So now you float up and down instead of running, and you have to swim and shoot fireballs. I just love it. Alright, World 2-3 is the bridge world. Seriously, it's like running across a bridge. Like running across a bunch of bridges onto freedom. There's no secrets on this level, just it can be tricky though with all these little flying guys popping up from underneath. Now, World 2-4, the second castle. Nothing new here, same music. But I love the little Donkey Kong-esque conveyor belts going up and down. That's retro, that's awesome. And you defeated this Bowser boss with fireballs. You get to see that it was a Koopa. On to World 3-1, above ground level. Apparently now it's nighttime and dark outside. Here's where we first encounter the Hammer Brothers. Also, look for that second beanstalk. And here is the most memorable part of the entire level. This is the magic Koopas marching down the stairs at the end of the level 3-1. And this is where you do the unlimited one-up trick. This is the best thing in Mario. Once I found this out, the whole game changed for me. And this is why I like to play through the whole game, because you can get so many lives. It's so fun. But truly, it's not quite unlimited. If you roll over more than probably 255, it's like going back to 0 and your game is over. It doesn't register above a certain number, whatever that number is. I don't know exactly, but yeah, you get game over instead of a whole bunch of lives, so be careful. Don't be too greedy. On to World 3-2. Now we're continuing above the ground, but still nighttime theme. This level seems geared at teaching you how to kick a Koopa and run behind it, clearing your path. Just watch for the kickback when it hits off something. World 3-3 is the tree level at nighttime. Again, has levers and pulley. This one's cool. This is where you can practice jumping over that flagpole. I swear I should have done this a bunch of times. I don't know. Is it myth? Is it legend? Can you do it? On to World 3-4, the third castle. Yeah, things are definitely getting trickier. But you still want to get there with the fireball so you can fireball the Bowser and see who's hiding. Yeah, this time the enemy is a Buzzy Beetle. Alright, World 4-1, we're back to daytime again. Now we're going to introduce everybody to Lakitu, the cloud guy that loves to throw down those spinies. I hate Lakitu and the spinies. They really clutter up the screen. Can't even jump on them. Alright, on to World 4-2. Yay, gonna go underground again. I love this music. Okay, this time there's a hidden and difficult to find beanstalk, but it's really cool when you find it, and that takes you on to warp 6, 7, and 8. This is not just the only warp zone. If you do the old trick, running along the top of the screen, you actually get to what feels like the second warp zone, like you did in the first world. But this time, this is only to level 5. So the beanstalk goes to 6, 7, 8, and the normal warp zone here goes to 5. And then things are definitely starting to get tricky. World 4-3 is another treetop-like level. Feels like giant mushrooms that you jump across this time. World 4-4 is the fourth castle. And this time they're introducing us to the first of the maze types of castle, where you have to take the right path the whole way through, because if you take a wrong path, it just loops you back to some previous point in the maze. It's fun though, you have to figure out which way to go each time, and through trial and error you figure it out. Okay, fireball time on Bowser. And he was a Spiny in disguise this time around. Sweet. Alright, World 5-1. Introducing Bullet Bills. Oh boy, now we're having some fun. This might seem like an innocent, open level, But they're starting to throw some real tricks at you now. World 5-2, more Hammer Brothers, Bullet Bills, Beanstalks. This is the first level that seems like they just throw everything at you. And don't forget to grab the Beanstalk for fun. World 5-3. Man, bullets flying around everywhere you're trying to navigate the trees. That's super fun. Castle number 5. This time when you fireball Bowser, it's Lakitu himself. World 6-1. This is like the lair of the Cloud dude. He's everywhere and just constantly dropping stuff, but it seems like that's about it. Not a lot of other bad guys to speak of. World 6-2 is Pipe City. At least that's what I call it. Look for that Beanstalk yet again. World 6-3. This feels like Moonlight World or something. It's a tree world, but it's in the nighttime glow? I don't know, it's kind of weird. And this level's quite tricky. There's bullet bills and tricky platforms. You're going to have to navigate on this one. Going on to World 6-4, that's Castle number 6. Now Bowser starts throwing a bunch of hammers as well as breathing fire. And of course, it's not Bowser yet. Fireball this one and you'll find out it's Blooper, the squid-like thing from underwater. Alright, 7-1, we're nearing the end. Hammer Brothers want you bad. They appear twice in this level trying to get you, along with just about every other thing under the sun. And man, this is getting hard. So many bullets and things shooting at you all the time. World 7-2. Alright, another underwater world. This time nastier. More bloopers and all that stuff going on. And beware the toilet bowl of doom. Many brave Marios have been sucked in, never to return. World 7-3 is a bridge level again. Run for your life! The stupid flying fish are popping up everywhere, causing chaos. Plus, I died once kicking a turtle. That was odd. World 7-4, the 7th castle, almost there, but this still ain't it. This one is a wicked maze level. Lots of paths. Try and try again. Plus, there's no power-ups in here, so that means I gotta backtrack with the save game all the way to 7-2, complete the water level with at least, a big Mario, or else there's no way to get a fireball to finish off Bowser on 7-4. So I went back, I did that, and so now I could fireball Bowser on 7-4 here, just till I want to see what it is. And it's the Hammer Brothers. See, I told you the Hammer Brothers were all over the place on this world. World 7. Oh man, then I get hit in the face by a fireball. Alright, World 8-1. The beginning of the end. These levels are known the best simply because most people warp from 1-2 to 4-1 and then on to 8-1. So here we go. This is above ground chaos, man. Getting very difficult. No power-ups anywhere to speak of. It's going to be a trick to beat Bowser as a Fireball Mario on this world. World 8-2, the onslaught continues. Bullet bills everywhere, tricky jumps galore. They really didn't want you to beat this game. And this is where those 100 lives tricks from World 3-1 can make all the difference in the world. World 8-3, I love this level. Feels like you're coming into a big castle area, walls and everything piled high. Just, you know, gives a sense that you're approaching the end. Really unique level, lots of challenge. One of my favorites. Just for the look. Alright, here we are, World 8-4, the final castle. A huge maze to navigate, a lot of trial and error to do it. You have to be very methodical because now you have to test different pipes too. Very challenging. But once you can finally navigate all the way through, well, it's pretty easy to beat Bowser with a Fireball Mario. And what do you know? No imposter. It really was Bowser this time. And what do you know? It's the princess this time as well. Aww. What is she pointing at? Okay, that's that's really odd. If you're Big Mario, she's pointing at something below the belt, and if you're Little Mario, she's pointing right at your face. What a jerk. Or if you're Little Mario, you're basically staring at her breasts. So I think she needs to eat a mushroom or something. She's tiny. She needs to become large enough for Mario to date. Whatever. Anyway. Thank you for saving me, Mario. Your quest is over, but look at your penis. Anyway, she sends you back on a new quest, but harder. Everything's sped up. You can basically select any of the worlds you want now from 1 through 8, but every level is increased in speed and enemies are more challenging. So you could beat the second quest, but it just repeats. It endlessly loops. So that's really it. There you go. I know you've probably seen this countless times, but I wanted to run through it and beat it myself too and talk about the different levels. And hey, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, and let me know what you want to see me tackle next time on Retro Master Beater. Later.